I've done so many immigration clinics, I've lost count. And I've worked with so many other talented lawyers and staff at the firm on so many different projects throughout the years. So many hours devoted, so many high level people also working on these cases, from partners of counsels, senior associates, everybody. Before I became a lawyer, I worked at the immigration clinics as a volunteer interpreter, translator. And then after I went to law school, I feel like it's been even better because they're like, oh my God, you're a lawyer, you're from Honduras. This is so great. I'm so glad to be able to talk to you.
Throughout my time at the firm, I have worked on various different types of pro bono work: education matters, veterans work, homelessness initiatives. But primarily, my passion is working with immigrant women and children. These immigrant women and children are all domestic violence survivors, and they're coming to the United States or have come to the United States from their home countries, usually from Mexico and Honduras.
It's just very sobering to think about it from your own perspective and how fortunate we all are, and the difficult life experiences these people go through.
In my normal work, it's helping get some widget out of the country or into the country, for example, and that's important in its own ways. But when you see clients that might literally have cried in front of me, and I've cried with them, whether it's there's a chance for them to get a visa, or unfortunately we don't see anything, and you might have to go back to your country. It's helpful to, setting aside the lawyer aspect, just being able to be there as a person for them as well.
With my immigration work, the end goal is always getting the client to an approval status. However, the most important part, I think, for me as a person and the client as a person is really working through whatever trauma essentially brought them to us, to the firm in the first place. If we can work through that trauma and get their application submitted, we are helping them transition to the next phase of their life.
Whether it's in human rights or education, you also see that you might be incrementally helping. I feel like I've actually made a difference, and that's, I think, one of the more joyous aspects of my pro bono work.
As a lawyer, having that intimate knowledge of the law and the inner workings of government and agencies involved in all these processes, I think that's precious knowledge that we shouldn't keep to ourselves, and we should sort of try to lift other people up in our communities to sort of make everyone's circumstances and life experiences better.
It's important, to give back to the community, but it also is, it's a business case because, for one, it attracts Hispanic and minority attorneys, like myself at least. Part of the case for DLA Piper was its emphasis on pro bono and being able to give back to the community, in the Hispanic community.
Morally, ethically, I feel an extreme responsibility to take on this type of pro bono representation. It is sort of by chance of birth that I grew up and I get to sit in the lawyer chair versus in the client chair. As a Hispanic female, I feel connected to Hispanic female clients. There are numerous types of pro bono work out there, and opportunities for all of us to find our own special pro bono connection.